Hey guys, it's Donald here. Yeah, sorry I keep posting videos. I'm just in a video mood, and YouTube webcam is working, so it's kind of easier to do the videos because I'm not really doing a video where I have to use really good quality. So I'm just using the YouTube web camera, which is alright. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a CD update. I just have a couple mixed CDs I've made and felt like sharing. I don't think I've missed any CDs or albums because I showed um basically my whole collection because I've shown vinyl finds and then I've shown other stuff. So I don't think I'm missing any records I haven't shown. I believe I've shown all my CDs. I don't know if I did, but anyway. Yeah, I'll just show you, well, I've shown all my blank CDs and whatever, but I'm not sure if I've shown them, but whatever. Okay, the first CD I've made is, it's an actual album. It's, cause I bought the album on iTunes. My brother's found an iTunes card that I think was his, but he let me keep it. This is, Absolutely Live by The Doors. I got an iTunes, I just felt like putting it onto a CD. So it's the whole entire album. So yeah, that's really nice collection to put on. And my friend was over, like I said, if you see my video, I said my friend came over because there was a party and I showed him my music collection and I mentioned this. So I decided to make him a copy of, I literally made it almost identical to this. So I'm just going to give it tomorrow when I see him. So, yeah. And the last one, which is two CDs, I don't know if any of you guys ever thought of the Beatles' White Album as a single album. I honestly can't really go with that because I think the double album is a great album as itself. But I only think about it because I think there was, inside of that great album, I think there was a really, really great album in there. And I think the album could have been better, but I made this the Beatles White Album Part 1 and Part 2. Well, I didn't really call it Part 1 and Part 2. I called it the Beatles 1 and Beatles 2, kind of like Led Zeppelin. This is the only other way I'd want to release it, because if I just did one album and that's it, there's still great songs I would want. I want the whole album to still be released, because all the songs are worth being released. So I'd want to be released like this. The album number 1 is the album I think is the great album inside of the Beatles White Album, and then Part 2 is still a great album with some songs that could have been on this, but I just made it into one single album each. And I made sure that these would have been able to fit on an LP back then, because each White Album disc was about 40 something minutes, and each disc here is still about oddly enough, it's still the same amount of time on each disc as it originally was. Just there's different tracks. So it's kind of weird. So on Beatles White Album 1, it has the really great album in itself, which is kind of a hard rock album with some folk in it and some blues type. So this is what I call the better White Album, if it had to be released as one album, the great album inside the White Album. It is, and I have all the tracks still in the normal order, it's just minusing tracks out, and then I just pick up with this one. So it is Back in the USSR, Dear Prudence, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Happiness is a Warm Gun, I'm So Tired, Blackbird, Why Don't We Do It in the Road, Julia, Birthday, Dear Blues, Everybody's Got Something High, Said Me and My Monkey, Sexy Sadie, Helter Skelter, Revolution 1, and Cry Baby Cry. So I think this should have been released like that, Because you could this album is like the heaviest Beatles rockin' album, but the kind of negative part is it has some of like poppiest or like softest songs on it. I kind of wish the Beatles just released a whole like hard rock type of an album. Well, it has some like Blackbird and Julia, but I mean like mostly hard rock in there. It could have been a really great album, but that's the number one, and I think it's a really great album, probably better than the regular White Album. But I still honestly like the regular White Album. I just think it could have been more big this way. So that's 15 songs, the other one has 15. And this was about 48 minutes. The next album will be, no, yeah, and this one will be 47 minutes. So, the Beatles' White Album 2. Yeah, so this album here is more of the psychedelic, more folk, more of the poppy, more different variation of genres in here. So the songs are still in the normal order. I just pick up what I didn't put on the other one. So as Glass Onion, Obla Di Obla Da, Wild Honey Pie, The Continued Story of Bungalow Bone, Martha My Dear Piggies, Rocky Raccoon, Don't Pass Me By, I Will, Mother Nature's Son, Long, 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 Honey Pie, Savior, Truffle, Revolution 9, and Good Night. Yeah, so this is it has still some little heavy moments in there, like some of the parts on Savior Truffle and like Long, Long, Long and Continuous Our Bungalow Bill, but this is more of the softer White Album than the other one. But I think it should have been released in two parts, because I think if the Beatles just had a 95% more of a harder rock album, that could have been amazing. But this is still great. I think this album's shorter, despite it having Revolution 9 8 minutes, because these are mostly the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute songs, as this album has mostly like 3 minute and some 4 minute songs. And this song also has Wild Honey Pie, which is about 40 seconds. But this is still a nice album, but I still put this as the better album because it's a heavier album. It's great. So, what's your opinion? These are both 15 songs on each album. I wish they could have released it this way. They probably could have done that like on the same day. Like, come pick up the Beatles 1 and the Beatles 2, and then people probably eventually call it the Beatles White Album 1 and the Beatles White Album 2. So I think that could have been two better releases, but honestly, the regular White Album's still great. Anyway, thanks for watching, and those are all my CD updates. And I'm hoping I didn't miss any CDs. I don't think I have. I think I made a video showing my CD collection, but I'm not sure. But anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.